Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. In this episode I'm going to be putting the rear hub back on. I'm not tightening anything at the moment. What I'm doing is just putting the back plate on, the wheel and the hub, and just loosely putting the nut on so that I can just move the scooter around basically and put the panels back on it. It's been a while since it's been on its own wheels, so right, if I can give you an update, I've painted up the plate that goes on here. It's held on with 3 screws which are in this box. They are self-tapper screws, as you know. Once I locate them, I'll put them on. That's a clip for the rear brake shoe. So there's that. I put the screws on already, didn't I? Thought I didn't lose them. Screws are already on, so I need to just take them off. Bloody freezing today. Hey ho, that is life. I'm just undoing these 3 screws. I actually forgot to put them on, so that's the problem when you've been busy with work and all of a sudden you get some time. Right, that's the 3rd one out. So if I stick that plate back on again, I've got rid of the rust out of it. I'll stick the bottom one on first. Then we can stick our shoes in, jack it up, put our rear hub on. One. The camera is banging away, but that's life. As I say, once I get the wheel back on it again, at least I'll be able to move the scooter around. Makes it easier to work on. Let's put this one in. Like I say, I'm not tightening these screws yet. Get all 3 of them in first. That one is over there somewhere. Yeah. Right, that's the last one. I'm going to have to go back to the shed and get some copper grease for the pivots on the brake shoes, and I'm going to get another rag as well. Right. That's as tight as that will go. Same as that. And that one I'll just take off the nut and the washer. As I say, I'm not tightening this up at the moment, so I'm just going to stop the camera, go and get some grease for the pivots for the brake shoes. Right, I've got some copper grease, so I'm just going to put a tad on with a brush. Just brush it on. Just to dab on the back brake lever, everything's getting in my way again. A bit on there, a bit on there. And what I can do is just replicate that on the end of the brake shoes. Put a dab on, and a dab on the other one, where it goes on the cam. That should be enough. You don't need tons. So all I've got to do now is put the shoes together and put the spring in between them. Like so. And then put one on the pivot, the other one on, and all you got to do then is put one on and use a screwdriver or whatever to pull up so that they clear the cam on the brake shoes. That Phillips one will be no good for that. Anyway, you can, it's easier actually to pull down. So pull that one up, put the top one on, put the spring into place, push that shoe on a bit more. Big screwdriver for this is easier, but that's all you basically need to do. Bring it over the cam. I've got everything in my way here. It literally, again, another couple of minute job. That's taking forever. That's it, just underneath the cam itself, and just knock them on slowly and evenly, and that should move the brake. That's it. So our brake lever now is in position, and they're nice and free. So what we got now with Vespas, they use little horseshoes. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can, and they just clip on over the posts. Again, just a screwdriver, a pair of pliers, which I have got there. I'm just going to use a screwdriver, and again, I'm not working directly on, I'm working at an angle, so excuse me if it takes 10 times longer than it should. The light's not very good with that. Need to get some new batteries in my light. But, preen that over. Like so. And what I always do again, just have the horseshoes down towards the ground, and then that one again. You don't really make no difference what way you have them, but again, it's me again. What I tend to do is just get a pair of pliers and just make sure that they're tight and they won't fall off like that. They should rotate, and that's our brakes done. So all I've got to do now is jack up the scooter a bit to give me enough room to get the spare wheel in. I could have put the hub on first. It's just a neater job to do it the way I've done, hub and rear wheel all in one. And I also need to move the scooter across a bit, which I have got millimeters to move. Well, right, let's get this jack up. That should be fine. I'm just making sure I've got enough room here so the wheel can go on. Right, get the nut and the wheel for the wheel out the way. And what I'm going to do now is slide the wheel up and under. Again, I'm going to have to move the camera back a little bit, but you get the gist anyway. And that light, so bring it in an angle, and then if I get underneath again, it'll give me a tad more room to work with. Could possibly be jacked up a little bit more than that, to be honest. That'll do. Right, so I'm going in at an angle. Like so. We need to clear the exhaust pipe there and just line up the back wheel hub onto the axle. Bear in mind I'm doing this blind. Might be a tad too high there. Under. I know I'm close to the axle. There it is. Probably have to get in line with it. I just cannot see it. Move the camera around again. It's just up a bit. What's happening is the trolley jack is hitting where the wheel needs to go on. So I just need to move the scooter over a bit. Like so. Hopefully that'll give me enough room now. Again, these jobs don't take half a minute. It's on the wheel. Just bringing the scooter down a tad. That is another job that takes seconds when you can see where you're going on what you're doing. As I say, I'm putting the flat washer on, the nut again with the writing towards you, and I'm only going to do this hand tight. That's about as hand tight as I'm going to get that. The eagle-eyed amongst you would have spotted I've painted the rim and I've painted the hub. I've also put a brand new Michelin S83 on the back. So that's the wheel on for what I'm doing on this part. So I'm just going to cut away and get the scooter back on its wheels. That's the scooter basically back on its wheels again. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put the drive in there for the auto lube, because basically I just want to seal the engine up. In the next video I'm going to be putting the gear selector back on again, sealing that up, and probably the carburetor. I may fire it up, I don't know yet. Sorry, it's so bleeding cold today. Like I say, I might fire it up, I don't know yet. I've got to put the oil in the gearbox, etc., and show you how to wire this up. So we've got quite a few jobs still. At least I can move the scooter around now, make a bit more space to video a little bit better. I'm sorry about the way the rear hub took so long to put on, that I've literally got 2 foot of space around the scooter at the moment, whereas I can move it and give myself 4 or 5 feet, but that's my problem. So thanks for watching again. I'll call this one a day. All I'm going to be doing is putting the drive, when I've cleaned it, which is in here, the auto lube drive. I just got to clean it up, put it in. That's what gives it the oil, the lubrication, and the drive goes in that way, driven by the washer that we put on before in the crankshaft, spins the pump around. So I'll get that in and cleaned, and look out for the next video. Thank you, take care, bye.